Welcome to MidtownMemphis.org's Mojo Awards. My name is John Paul Keith, and I live right here in Midtown, Memphis, Tennessee. You can catch my live stream Mondays in Memphis every week at 8 p.m. Central at my website, johnpaulkeith.com. And if you like what you hear, you can leave a tip at Venmo. The address is the same, at John Paul Keith. I'm going to do a song for you now from my latest album. It's called Something So Wrong. Well, I never knew something so wrong could seem so right. And I never knew someone like you could keep me up at night. You got to stop coming around before I let somebody down. I never knew something so wrong could seem so right. Well, I never dreamed I'd be dreaming dreams about you, girl. And I never thought I'd be thinking things I've been thinking, girl. I got somebody's heart in my hands, and you're trying to get your hands on mine. I never knew something so wrong could feel so fine. I never knew I could want this way, and I never knew how you'd haunt my days. And I never knew how I'd miss your kiss. Oh, and I never knew I could long like this. Well, I never knew something so wrong could seem so right. And I never knew someone like you could keep me up at night. Every night you got to stop coming around before I let my baby down. I never knew something so wrong could seem so right. Yeah, I never knew something so wrong could seem so right. You know it seems so right. No, it seems so right. You know it seems so right. No, it seems so right. All right, folks. Now I'd like to talk to you a little bit about Midtown. You know, the thing that I love about Midtown, and I've been living here for 15 years now, is that it's a community, and it's a community of creative people and people who love the arts and support creative people. And I noticed it right away when I got here, and everyone has always made me feel like I was right at home. And I have been, and I feel at home right here in Memphis, Tennessee. And Midtown has just been great for me, and it's allowed me to live here and have my music develop and develop with many other talented people, and I'm grateful for it. So Let's hear it from Midtown. All right, folks. Speaking of Memphis, I'm gonna do a song for you now, also from that latest album called 901 Number. Hope you enjoy it. If you get a call from a 901 number late at night when you're trying to sleep, you'll know it's me and never another. And if I were you, baby, I would just let it ring. 'Cause I'll only be crying, begging you. Oh, but it's your life to live. I can't tell you what to do. No, 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 no. But if you get a call from a 901 number, if I were you, baby, I would just let it ring. Cause I'll only be crying, begging you. Oh, but it's your life to live. I can't tell you what to do. No, 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 no. But if you get a call from a 901 number, if I were you, baby, I would just let it ring. If I were you, baby, I would just let it ring. All right, folks. I'll be right back after the awards.
All right. Beautiful. That was, of course, the one and only John Paul Keith. John Paul, thank you so much. Stay tuned for the closing of our happy hour today, as John Paul Keith will be back to close out our program. John Paul Keith's appearance here today is brought to you by Blue Sky Couriers. Blue Sky Couriers is a Memphis-based immediate package delivery company. Over 50 professional uniformed drivers, staffed 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Delivery capabilities range from the smallest packages to a tractor trailer. Simply the best courier service in Memphis, Blue Sky Couriers. So, welcome to our final Mojo of Midtown Awards Happy Hours. This is a very special one today. We at MidtownMemphis.org are honoring this year's Mojo of Midtown Award recipients with these series of Happy Hour awards. MidtownMemphis.org is a 501c3 nonprofit group with a mission to promote the economic development, cultural activities, recreational choices, and historical integrity of Midtown Memphis. We welcome donations to support our work at MidtownMemphis.org. I'm Mark Fleischer, President-elect of MidtownMemphis.org, and joining me, of course, is Vice President-elect Portia Stevens, host of our Midtown Connect series. So for this special Mojo version of Midtown Connects, we welcome into the program a true Midtowner,
No doubt.
someone quite familiar to all of Memphis, a news anchor locally for over 40 years now, someone voted most popular local news anchor for years running, from Midtown's own MCTV Channel 5 News anchor Joe Birch. Joe Birch, welcome to Midtown Connects.
Thank you so much, you guys, for the invitation. I'm proud to be here.
Thank you for being here.
Let me tell you something. You are a true Midtowner. And if nothing else, it is super, super hard to really share what it is we're really trying to do.
So we actually brought you under false pretenses.
Ah.
We have a surprise for you.
Oh.
And Robin helped us out.
She did. She's your conspirator.
So you should have a package over your right shoulder.
Behind the Christmas tree in a brown paper bag.
Oh.
With some purple paper.
It's heavy.
It's a nice gift for you.
What are you all up to here? What are y'all doing?
Happy holidays, man. Surprise.
All right. Should I open it?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Please.
Yeah.
And show it off.
Wow. Look at that. That's incredible. Look at that, you guys.
Woohoo!
Wow. Oh, I love it. I love it.
That's beautiful.
I am really humbled. Thank you so much for thinking of me this way.
Joe
Wow.
Birch,
Absolutely.
you know you have mojo in Memphis, man.
you know
What a blessing.
You know, we of course thought about doing this a year ago, right?
Yeah.
And we kept talking about as a group, how are we going to surprise him? You know, should we try to do something on the air?
Yeah,
when you're during the broadcast, right?
Right.
And you know, and then of course the pandemic hit, and we had to figure something else out. But we're so happy we could still surprise you. You know.
Yeah, congratulations, Joe Birch.
Oh, sweet. This is so cool. And did Karen make this? Karen?
Yes.
Karen Capps, absolutely.
Oh,
Yep.
wow. Karen Capps. She is really great.
Yes.
Wow. We will cherish this and place it in a place of honor here at the Birch Manor.
There you go.
So, Joe, I just have to ask the question because the last few times I've come to the Mojo Bash, over at Circuit Playhouse, you were the host and you would always share these really cool stories about, you know, just living in Midtown. You guys have lived in 3 different homes in Midtown, right?
Yeah.
Can you please share one of those stories with our listeners online so they understand why we love Joe Birch so much?
Well, you know, the picture tells the story here. So CBU is right there.
Yeah.
And CBU is where I started in Midtown. I came here to go to college in 1974. And the Christian Brothers, I wouldn't probably be a prospect for the Board of Trustees when I walked through the door. But that ultimately did happen. I winked at a girl, one thing led to another, and we've been married now for a long time. We've been married forever. Okay. and so we have 2 sons, Joseph and Matthew, and they both attended CBU. And one of them met his wife over there,
wow.
Joseph the third, and then Matthew met his wife at Rhodes. So you got to be careful winking at these pretty girls at CBU and at Rhodes. But anyway, Robin and I got together and we lived on Diana first, which is right there by Overton Square.
Yeah.
And then we moved over on Velma, which is the natural extension of Rembert. It's a little dead end street in Midtown, and we had a little duplex down there. Then we lived down on Monroe, right near East Parkway, and I could walk to work very easily. I could walk to work from all of these locations, and that was one of my things. I didn't have a car. I wasn't making a whole lot of money, and so I literally walked to work. And walked home and got an umbrella when it rained. And then we got our first house at 1603 Vance in 1987. And still, you know, less than really a mile from the station. And then we had another baby, and it was Matthew came during the casino boom down in Tunica, and we could not get a builder to come and look at expanding our house. We couldn't get anybody to show up. They're all making too much money building Tunica. And so we ended up moving to 1428 Harbert and lived there for 10 years. And I really love Central Gardens a lot. Yeah. And my wife did what I call a dirty female trick, which is she came on her birthday, okay? On her birthday. And said, oh, great news. I found my dream house. And we've been living, on Harbert for 10 years. And I said, oh, well, that's great. Well, I'm in mine. And she said, well, no. And believe it or not, they have an open house tomorrow. Can you believe it? And so we were lucky enough to move over here on North Park, where we've been for 20 years now. Awesome. And it was really a great place for our sons to enjoy their boyhood and have a lot of fun and spend family time together. And so we're lucky enough to have a place where everybody can come in non-COVID times, for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and all the other parties, we have during the year. Yeah. We had a huge party last year. We had more than 200 people here for a WMC celebration, and we called it the 1960 reunion, because Channel 5 is 1960 Union. And we had about 225 people from the 1960s to present day who came to our house. And we had all my former news co-anchors. I've had 8 television wives. And it is kind of like a marriage, you finish each other's sentences on the air. Yeah. And so all these women have been so great, and they all came for this party. Beautiful. And so we had a blast, and it's just been an incredible experience, living here. And I've had opportunities to go to other cities. And, ultimately, when Robin and I have talked it through, what we have here is so special. Yeah. And our love for the city is so real. Mm-hmm. We just couldn't bring ourselves to go anywhere else. And so that's sort of my little story about moving around Midtown. It's all mainly around 38104 and 38112.
That's right. That's right. Well, we're so glad you guys decided to stay in Memphis.
Well, thank you. I married a Memphis girl.
That's what's up, man. Never can go wrong when you do that.
Well, thank you for this very sweet honor. I'm truly humbled. And KarenBottlecaps.com really is special. This is so neat. And it's got in it a lot of the elements of my life. On Saturday, I'm going to be doing the St. Jude half marathon on the virtual version. Okay. I'm going to be doing that. For 19 years, I did My Meals on Wheels. I'm on hiatus right now from that. The Alzheimer's Association is really important to me because of my parents both battled with that right there. And then, of course, there's the Ave Maria right there, which means Hail Mary. And I'm Catholic. So, I was at the cathedral, and now I'm downtown at St. Patrick's. But that's a big part of my life. And so, it's very sweet that, and then they put, look at this, a Joe Birch news image.
Yeah, man. How cool. That's when your hair was really fluffy. It's still fluffy, but it was really fluffy then.
Yeah. As I've gotten older, I've gotten a little more conservative with it.
But you still look good. You still look good.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So thank you for this sweetness. Yeah.
So I got to ask you a couple of serious questions for a second.
Okay.
While we have you. Yeah. What's it been like having, as an anchor, as a news anchor, we've gone through such a wide, a kind of a roller coaster ride of a year with the pandemic. What's it been like for all of you in the news anchor business?
Well, it's been challenging. Mm-hmm. And we've been extremely careful at the station because there are only so many of us, working there, and we've got to stay healthy to try to present the news. And so most of our people are working from home. And so everybody who can work from home basically is working from home. Yeah. So it's kind of lonely there. Normally the newsroom is kind of a fun place to be where, you joke around with people and drink coffee. we catch up on what's going on. And then it's a very intense place a lot of times when real breaking news happens and we have to crank it out. But I've always sort of gotten a natural high off of doing all that. And so it's been challenging. You know, one of the things that I've tried to do this year, and I told Dr. McCullers this, who's the head man down at the chief physician in charge down at Le Bonheur Children's Medical Center. He's also a UT professor who is the top basically COVID-19 expert in town. I said, I'm trying to be very measured in the way I talk about all this stuff because people are freaked out enough as it is. You know, I don't need to be kind of over the top or putting any more, enthusiasm into my presentation than necessary. Just sort of a matter of fact, straightforward presentation is what I'm trying to do and what our team is trying to do, and trying to deal in facts as much as we can. So it's been a really hard year. I miss our colleagues very much. You know, all our reporters check in from outside the building. I mean, they're all assigned a photographer and they're all working outside the building, and we use technology that we have today to ship the stories back that they create. Yeah. But I miss our people. Yeah. So it's been challenging.
Yeah. The other question I had too is with regard to the current climate, and there's always these attacks on fake news, and there's also the competition from social media. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like over the last 5 to 10 years that, your job as an anchor and also just the news station in general has changed, or have you had to change with the times?
Well, the social media aspect of it certainly has become a major force in our culture today. And so, we play it in it. We have a digital department where we have a website, which is 24/7, 365. We have somebody on that site working for us. So that's a big commitment. So we've got a digital director and all of that. And we have, all of the platforms, Facebook, Twitter. We have a very busy website that gets millions of hits a month, and Instagram and all of the various platforms. And then, I interact with it on a daily basis, especially Facebook. And so that's different. That's new. But in terms of people accusing us of being fake news, I tell you, we kind of, that raises my hackles a little bit, because I've been blessed to be here for 42 years, okay, at the station. Now, if I was manufacturing stories and making stuff up, don't you think somebody would have sued me in our litigious society by now?
Yeah.
And so far, knock on wood, that's why they call me Birch, nobody has filed a suit. and so if it's fake, well, where's the lawsuit? Okay. Yeah. And so, it's not fake. The fact is, what it is that it's our best faith effort on a daily basis to find out what's happening. Now, do we find out the whole story? No, we don't. But every day we're aspiring to do that. And we're trying to cover as many angles of it as we can and as many sides of it as we can. But in the pandemic, it's really difficult to get to people who we would normally, maybe knock on a door or go visit at an office.
Right.
In some ways, and then in other ways, we can do this kind of thing. And so people who are willing, it's easier. So it's a mix, but it's a challenging job still, a job I still enjoy very much doing. And it's been a blessing to our family to have been here all these years, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
How are those grandbabies?
Yes, we hit the jackpot in the grandchild department. Yeah. So our oldest son, Joseph, and his wife, Natalie, delivered these gorgeous babies. We hit the jackpot. We got a boy and a girl. Yeah. First strike. And they're 2.5 now, and they're really going to enjoy Christmas. And they're sort of the center of our lives, Good deal. And so they're absolutely hilarious. They're very articulate. They're super smart. Good deal. And their parents are doing a great job. And we just love being grandparents. And we want more access. That's our only complaint. We want them more. Let us have, yeah.
Especially right now, right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, Joe Birch, you got your mojo, man.
Hey, can I squeeze in one more question?
Sure.
What is it from your perspective? I mean, we all have our answers about what makes Midtown so special to us. But for you personally, Joe, what is so special about Midtown for you?
Well, I love Overton Park quite a bit. And so we live right across the street from the Old Forest. I go in there a lot and walk and think and meditate and run a little. And then around the park, and then the golf course, which is going to get renovated soon, according to
right.
our friends at the Overton Park Conservancy. I can walk there, and a lot of times what I do is I slip over there on a day off or in the morning with a 6-iron and a putter and a few balls, and I'll play it. And especially if there's a light rain, there's literally no one else there. I mean, where else do you get that, right? I mean, I'm sort of like a paradise over there for people who like the outdoors, right out my front door. If this was in New York City, it'd be worth several $1 million, you know.
No doubt.
Right.
And then also, you know, the Midtown restaurants are fantastic. I love Soulfish quite a bit. I'm a regular there, and of course, Huey's and Thomas Boggs properties have been close to my heart. His daughters have done such an incredible job of operating that, and they're all friends, you know. And the square is sort of in a center point, you know, where all of us used to go after work, you know, especially when we were younger.
I remember when.
yeah. So it's been just awesome. And so I guess it's the whole thing. It's the people of Midtown who, you know this is a very cool part of the city and want to keep it a great neighborhood. And so, you know, when we look at Hind Park where we live, or you look at Evergreen, or the historic district there, or you look at Valentine Evergreen, or you look at Central Gardens where we lived for a long time, and all the other neighborhoods. Cooper Young is amazing. You know, this is a great part of the country to be in. And so, you know, it's the people who make it special, and I just love living with these good Midtown people.
Awesome. Well, Joe Birch, thank you so much for being a great Midtowner, for living, working, and playing in Midtown Memphis. You are a true household name around here, and we are so glad that you have your Mojo Award.
Well, thank you. I'm so humbled. Thank you, Portia. Thank you so much.
I'm so glad we could actually surprise you.
Right.
You got me good.
Happy holidays, man, to you and your family.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to y'all. Be well.
Joe Birch, thank you so much.
Blessings.
Blessings back. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks, Joe. Bye-bye. So special to have Joe Birch on for the show today, and also to be able to surprise him, as I mentioned. So thank you once again, folks, for joining us today. This video event is being produced by the OAM Network and Exora Memphis. Be sure to check out pod901.com for all your video and audio needs. Exora and OAM are located in the Crosstown area in Cleveland Street. They are family owned. Carla Worth runs the Exora storefront, and Gil Worth runs the OAM Network. Please check them out. And thanks again to Blue Sky Couriers for their generous sponsorship of our musical guest, John Paul Keith. Thank you, John Paul. And thanks, as always, again to Jane Ellen White of Memphis Travel and Music and the Memphis Music Hub for all of our hard work with our featured musicians. If you've missed any of this series, we invite all of you to continue to revisit this page at midtownmemphis.org to view these special Mojo Awards and to check out the latest on our Midtown Connect series hosted by Portia Stevens. You can also check out midtownmemphis.org for the latest goings on in Midtown developments and planning, and other Midtown events and happenings. Midtownmemphis.org continuing our commitment to keeping Midtown real. So finally, to take us out, we hand it right back to our musical guest, John Paul Keith. John Paul, take it away.
All right, folks, congratulations to our Mojo Award recipients. My name's John Paul Keith. You can catch me every week at johnpaulkeith.com for Mondays in Memphis, 8 p.m. Central. And if you like what you hear, you can Venmo me at John Paul Keith. And I'm going to leave you with this song. It's going to be on my upcoming album. The album's called The Rhythm of the City. I hope you enjoy this song. It's called The Sun's Gonna Shine Again. Skies. It's a feeling I can't disguise. These watercolor kind of days make me wish I could wash away. They say the river's on the rise, like it's never been. I guess the roses need the rain, but I know the sun's gonna shine, the sun's gonna shine again. Don't know when, but I know the sun's gonna shine again. Drip drop on my windowsill. It rained all night and it's raining still. Waiting for those clouds to break gives me a feeling I just can't shake. Seems like it's been pouring down since I don't know when. You know I never could stand the rain, but I know the sun's gonna shine, the sun's gonna shine again. Don't know when, but I know the sun's gonna shine again, my friend. Yes, I know the sun's gonna shine again. Seems like it's been pouring down since I don't know when. You know I never could stand the rain, but I know the sun's gonna shine, the sun's gonna shine again. Don't know when, yes I know the sun's gonna shine again, my friend. Yes, I know the sun's gonna shine again. Don't know when, but the sun's gonna shine again, my friend. Yes, I know the sun's gonna shine again. All right. Congratulations to our Mojo Awards recipients. See y'all. Well, I never knew something so wrong could seem so right. And I never knew someone like you could keep me up at night.